Hello there, fans of the Supreme Duo channel. Tapping away here, and I'm bringing you another video. I'm hoping this will be another quick one, but the goal of this video is simply to respond to a question I saw posed by Laughingstock Media on his channel, of which I'm an avid follower, of course. He was asking, who do we think has more potential between Son Gohan and Trunks Briefs? And I'm eager to give my perspective on the matter, because I feel like they overlooked some pretty obvious evidence within their video. I think at the end of the video they concluded that Trunks was the one with more potential. I'd have to be that because I completely disagree, and that's the entire reason why I'm making this video in response to them, because that just is not the case. And I'll explain why right now. So if you paid attention to the Dragon Ball series, you know that half-breeds, specifically Earthling Saiyajin hybrids, have insane potential compared to the strength of normal Saiyajins. Gohan, at just age 4, was able to severely cripple his uncle Raditz. Meanwhile, Goku could barely keep him in a full knelt. That's some pretty insane power right there. And if you take note, Gohan continues to have that level of strength throughout the entirety of the Dragon Ball franchise. If you jump ahead just to the next arc, where Trunks first appears, Gohan has literally half of Trunks' experience at the time. Trunks has been fighting and training for probably around 6 or 7 years at that point in his life. He's obviously older, and Trunks has been in far more intense battles than Gohan has, even though Gohan has been through quite a few rough patches in his life. Now, if you look at Gohan, if he's using his power, if he's actually training, if he's training just as intensely as his father is, he always surpasses Goku by a large margin. The most obvious time would be the Buu and Cell arcs. Look at Cell arc Gohan. Gohan is only 9 years old at the time. He's only really had one really intense year of training with his father. And when he comes out, he's stronger than Goku, and he's the first person to achieve the next transformation, Super Saiyajin 2. Meanwhile, we can look at Trunks. Now, I think the interesting thing about Trunks is the entire time he's in the franchise, he's always slightly weaker than Vegeta. And now I know that may sound kind of odd to you guys, but if you really pay attention, what I'm saying is the truth. Take the Cell arc, for instance. When Trunks first shows up, he's a Super Saiyajin. When he comes back, Vegeta is a Super Saiyajin. The two of them fight Android 18, or as I would call her, Artificial Human number 18. Trunks is KO'd easily, but Vegeta continues to fight despite taking the same level of attacks that Trunks was enduring. The reason is because Vegeta was stronger than Trunks. This can be picked up on the fact that Piccolo stated that he wasn't even sure if Goku would have been any help since Vegeta couldn't win, implying that Vegeta was the strongest Super Saiyajin of the bunch. And then later they both enter the Rosat. They both train separately, as in on their own, just occupying the same space, and when they come out, Vegeta is stronger than Trunks. Again, not by a large margin, but he's the stronger of the two, and that remains the same throughout the entirety of the Cell arc. Now, we fast forward to Dragon Ball Super, where Trunks returns from the future, having been war-torn and ravaged, training all the time in order to defeat Black, and when he returns to our time, he is a match for Goku and Vegeta, given that they're in the same form in both the anime and the manga. Now, the anime is a little iffy on this, because there are a lot of high ends on Trunks' part, because the Black arc's where the power scaling really starts to break down. But if you look at it from the most practical standpoint possible, Trunks matches Super Saiyajin 2 Goku with his Super Saiyajin 2 form, meaning he would be able to match Vegeta's Super Saiyajin 2 form, meaning that they are comparable as long as they're in the same forms. So obviously he couldn't match Super Saiyajin Blue Vegeta because he doesn't have Super Saiyajin Blue. But then he achieved Ikari, which has a similar multiplier. At least I theorize that it has a similar multiplier. Meanwhile, you can look at someone like Gohan, who Vegeta himself has admitted if Gohan trained, he would have the highest potential out of all of them. Even Vegeta believes that under the proper circumstances, Gohan would surpass all of them. So if Gohan still has the potential to surpass Goku and Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super, then he can surpass Trunks, because Trunks can't even surpass Goku and Vegeta for a significant length of time. The only time he was able to do that was in the anime, and that was with his Super Saiyajin Ikari state. Meanwhile, in the manga, he was able to achieve a different kind of Super Saiyan 2, but at the same time, he was again just as strong as Goku and Vegeta, provided they were in the same forms. So I hope that puts an end to this debate. I thought it was kind of ludicrous. I thought it was pretty obvious that Gohan has the most potential of any character. I mean, I don't want to include assholes, but I mean, look what Gohan did in the Tournament Power arc. The power gap that he closed after not training for like 7 years straight is literally insane. But that's how they choose to explain it, with this insane potential. Now, I think if you were to start Trunks and Gohan out at the same point, both at the same age, and have them train side by side, Gohan would come out stronger every single time. The only exception would be if we use main timeline Trunks, who is far, far stronger than his Mirai counterpart in terms of potential. As just a child, he was able to fire Ki Blast that scared number 18. Meanwhile, we all know what happened, that I referenced it earlier, when Trunks fought 18. But that's just my opinion. I would love to hear yours. Feel free to hit me up in the comment section to keep this discussion going. Remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the notification bell so you can get new updates on the videos. Speaking of updates, if you want to stay in touch, hit up our social media listed down below. I'd be sure to respond there and in the comment section. And if you really want to get in touch with us, we have a Discord server. The link again will be down below. If you want to support our channel, the link to our Patreon will be there as well. This has been Tap18, the Supreme Duo channel, reminding you to stay supreme, asking that you look through a playlist or two if you're really interested in what we have to say and where we're going, and I hope you enjoy the ride. I'm going to catch you guys later.